Our sponsor today is, well, somebody who's going to help you get more time to sit down and learn a few things. Blinkist. They're going to solve some problems for you. I want you to go to Blinkist.com/boost right now to start your 7-day free trial and get 25% off a Blinkist premium membership. How are you? How was your weekend? How's your week going to be? Is it awesome? I live here in the Daytona Beach, Orlando area, and Florida's fairly open. And my clients I talked to Friday out in California, California's pretty locked down. So depending on where you are in this world, coronavirus is really different for you. But your mindset, what you can control is something you need to control. How do you get that mind right? Next year, my word for next year is decide, because I think that's one way to do it. We'll talk about that today. It is the original Daily Boost podcast. Getting ready to go into our 15th year. Can you believe it? 47, almost 48 million downloads and hundreds of thousands of people affected by this. A simple mission. Life gets in the way. In this case, a year got in the way. 2020 got in the way. It's okay. Have you ever wondered why when you decide you want to go do something, you make plans, you say, that's what I'm going to do, and then suddenly stuff happens. It just gets kind of crazy. You're like, why is that happening to me? Why'd that guy do this? Why'd that lady do that? Why do I have to deal with it? All I want to do is somebody leave me alone. Let me get what I want. Have you ever felt that way? Man, I don't know anybody who hasn't, but that's okay. I will tell you, it's just life. It happens all the time, and we'll fix it. My name is Scott Smith, founder, chief motivating officer here at MotivationMove.com. I'm not sure if I said that already. I'm such in the moment right now. I did say the original Daily Boost. Do you know why? Because, life gets in the way sometimes and people do stuff. You're like, what are they doing? Why would they do that? Can you believe that after all this time, somebody has decided to step into a high integrity position and steal my name? Man, why do people do that? I don't know, but one thing I know is when people do stuff like that to me, this people does something else. That's all I'll say. If you happen to see two out there, we're still here. I promise you that. Hey, before I get started real fast, 60-minute coaching is available again right now. Haven't done this for a long time. If you're looking to wrap up the year, to talk to a coach, an expert, somebody who's done tens of thousands of hours of coaching can really help you wrap up the year and plan into 2021. If you could use that, go to MotivationMove.com right now. Select the coaching section at the top of the page. You'll see 60-minute coaching. Select that. Book a session with me. So have you noticed how hard it is to find time to sit down and learn these days? I mean, life can really be distracting, very distracting, especially in December, which is why I have been recommending an app called Blinkist for the last year. Blinkist is for anybody, including you, who cares about learning and doesn't have a lot of time. They take the key ideas and insights from over 4,000 nonfiction bestsellers and about 27 categories, and they put them all together, gather them all up, and do 15-minute text and audio explainers. They call them blinks. 15 minutes is all it takes. Now, you can also get podcast blinks as well. And so you can get a heart of a podcast episode really fast. That's new. 15 million people use Blinkist to learn more about self-improvement, personal development, management, leadership, mindfulness, and happiness. I use Blinkist when I first sit down at my desk in the morning to get my mind focused and get a few new ideas. By the way, I recommend Why We Sleep by Matthew Walker and Shoot for the Moon. That's Richard Wiseman. Been doing that lately. Check that out, okay? Blinkist has a special offer for you, the Daily Boost audience. Go to Blinkist.com/boost to start your free 7-day trial and get 25% off a Blinkist premium membership. That's Blinkist, spelled Blinkist, Blinkist.com/boost to get 25% off and a 7-day free trial. Blinkist.com/boost. Monday. Have you done your homework? I hope by right now, as we get into the holiday season, I hope you have sat down and spent a few minutes trying to figure out how your life is doing. How are you doing on your goals? How's your life going? Do you like where you live? Do you like your friends? Do you like your job? Would you like to shake things up a little bit? You want to keep things as they are? I want you to take a few minutes to be able to do that. It's so important. If you are not taking the time to do that, you're really missing out, and you're probably losing a lot of momentum in your life, and I hate for that to happen. If you need some help, while you're at MotivationMove.com today sometime, pick up the Perfect Week Planner over there. It's under the resource section. Watch the video. It'll show you how to do your homework and do it very effectively. It's really important. I can't tell you how many people I run into who never stop and think about how their life is going. It's really important to do it. I'm just going to say it. So 2021, what is that? Well, it's the year after 2020. It's got to be better. It really has to be better. It's all, should we laugh or cry? I think a lot of us have done the same thing. We've done both at the same time, haven't we? But I learned a long time ago, though, once we get over the shock and awe of things that are going on and things normalize a little bit, we just kind of get used to it, and we just deal with it. I've learned that there's really a very simple way to begin to take control of what you want to do, because with everything buzzing around you, and trust me, it's going to buzz here for a lot longer. It's going to keep going all over the place. You can't turn the TV on without hearing the buzz, right? There's one thing you can do that will literally guide you and take you in the direction you want to go. And it's a hard thing to do, but it's something you have to do. And that is to make a decision. I was thinking about this. I was talking with my clients, and I was thinking about my planning for next year. And I said, that's going to be my word for the year. Because when COVID hit, well, a lot of us were sitting around going, okay, now what? Well, we can't do this because we just don't know what's going to happen, right? I don't know. Well, what are we going to do? The economy, the virus, whatever. Well, listen, just decide to do it. It's freeing. It's exhilarating when you do that. When you make a decision, any decision, it can be life-changing. And it will be life-changing if you do it right. You got to understand a couple things. So I'm a thinker. I sit down and think about this stuff. And I began to look at it when I thought about the podcast. And I said, all right, let's bring all this training and all this knowledge and all this experience together and really think this thing through. And you know what it did to me right away? It just confused the heck out of me. You ever do that? You ever start thinking about something and go, wait a second, this is kind of crazy. But decision making is that. People have a hard time making a good decision. And you know why? Because a lot of folks try to lean on the yes or the no part of a decision. Yes. Well, think about this, though. Yes and no, it's kind of like yin and yang, isn't it? It's kind of like that. It's kind of has components of the same. You're leaving something, you're going to get something, you're going to go get something, you're going to leave something. If I stop this, I can do that. If I do that, I can stop. It's kind of like you tie it all together. It's a yes and no, yin and yang, all of the same. They just kind of opposite of each other. How confusing is that? Yes, I'm going to go do it. Yeah, but. It's really confusing. So I don't ever want to lean on the yes or the no. Yes, I'm going to do this. No, I'm not going to. That's like nothing. How about maybe? Well, maybe I'll do it. Well, that's no decision, right? You know what maybe is? Unlike being the opposite, it's just a confusing mess of everything. Positive and negative, yes and no. It's all there. And as I'm very fond of saying, it's sitting on a fence and getting splinters in your butt. It's what it comes down to. So you don't want to say yes. You don't want to say no. You don't want to say maybe. Scott, wait a second. You said make a decision. What am I going to do? How am I going to do this? Why am I going to do this? Well, your mind can get confused if you don't do that. What a decision is about, frankly, it's about cutting off all other options. Oh my God, don't say I can't have options, Scott. I've got 10,000 different cable options right now. And Netflix, my God, I can watch I need options. You ever been on Netflix or Prime and you're trying to figure out something you want to watch and you're flicking through and clicking, going, and you do it like 25 minutes and then you just give up, you stop, walk away. That's what happens. I'm telling you, it does. When you just have all these options and you choose not to make a decision, like a decision may be this. Every time I turn on Netflix, I'm going to finish up the all 5 seasons of The Crown or whatever you want to watch. That's a decision. Not making a decision is like, well, I think I'm going to do that, but oh, wait a second. Look, there's another show I want to watch today. I'll start that series. So you want to make a hardcore decision because what's going to happen is it literally takes all. So imagine this. It takes it and cuts off all the options, right? So imagine that you want to go for it. Say you want to lose weight. A lot of folks want to do that in the new year, right? You want to lose weight and you make the decision that I am going to drop 20 pounds. I'm going to eat right. That's what I'm going to do. And you decide to do it and you make your plan and you go. Instead of another guy who says, you know what, I'd like to lose 20 pounds. And, you know, I still want to go out on the weekend and I still want to have some of the things I like. But I want to lose, maybe it might take the whole year, but okay. Good luck with that. It doesn't work. And it drives you crazy. Sitting on the fence, getting splinters in your butt. The person who decides and simply says, I am going to lose 20 pounds and I'm going to do whatever it takes to get there, eating a good diet, exercising the whole thing, but I'm going to lose that weight no matter what. And I'm going to do it in this very specific time period. That cuts off the option of going out on a Friday or a Saturday night and getting yourself some pizza or having a big steak dinner or drinking half a bottle of wine, doesn't it? Because it's not compatible with the decision you make. See why we have to cut off that decision? Here's what happens. When you make that decision, you're cutting off the option. You are not going back. There is no hybrid. There's sitting in the middle. Nothing. Whatever you decide to do, you're going to do that and only that. You're going to focus your energy forward. As you do, guess what? You're going to build momentum, gain momentum. And you're going to take frustration, all that stuff that happens when you're kind of on that fence, and it's just going to go away. You're going to feel so good about it. You got to decide what you're going to do. And the very instant that you do, I tell you what, you stand out from the crowd because almost nobody has made decisions about what they're going to do, and they don't stand by it. And yes, it's a big, broad topic. It gets very complicated. But what if I decide to do this and somebody says, you can't? What are you doing that for? I know, that's another podcast entirely. I'm just saying, when you make the decision, everything changes. Mindset changes, and now you can really get what you want. Yeah, it can be scary. There's no doubt about that. But also exhilarating. And it's also a very good habit to develop. Have you ever noticed that when things are kind of confusing, what do? You look to somebody that's willing to make the decision to clarify everything. I want that person to be you. All right, big week coming up this week. So I'll be back tomorrow. I'll be back the next day and the next day. That's why we call it the Daily Boost. And I'll see you at motivationmove.com. 60-minute coaching. Limited spots. Go there today. Book yours. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.